again, it's on.
Welcome back. Look at Jamila. Jamila's here, y'all.
Hi.
It's Opinionation. I am your host, Dominique Superstar. We are in the place to Beazle. Once again, Anegas is 55 times around the sun now, so don't try it. You youngsters, when I was please welcome Sandra Greer. Once again, yes, she's here. Val, the forensic gal, is here, but she is incognegris today. She's doing,
but I am here.
But she is here.
I'm here.
And we appreciate her being here, and she will be chiming in. My man's Kendo Mickens in the place to be.
Black Tsunami here.
Black Tsunami is his superhero name. And his arch nemesis, hailing from the star system of Vega,
Jesus,
with his tag team partner, Jimmy Superfly Snooker. It's a bird. It's a plane. It's Negus Man, a.k.a. TTT, Hassan McCullough. Nigga, that's a hell of an intro, my nigga. You ain't gonna get like.
I couldn't hear you, to be honest.
Like that's a WWF intro, my nigga. What's wrong with you?
Guess what? I could not hear.
He's also deaf. He's a superhero, a deaf superhero.
I could not hear the intro. To be real, I had to turn my car off, and now I hear you now. When I came in, it's
Hey man, we here at WWE.
Raise the roof for that.
Like that.
Thank
Don't
you.
miss your cue again like
Lawrence
that,
had supersonic hearing.
Yeah, like he said. I thought Lyrens had supersonic hearing. Yo,
well,
don't let him do you like that, Hassan. Listen,
I came in on the right tune.
Okay. Okay. Well, listen, we got a great show for everyone watching this evening. Hi, Mom. So let's get started. Yeah. Tonight's topic is, it's our illustrious ladies on this panel. They hold it down. They're very opinionated. They don't mince their words, and we love it like that, right? We like a lovely feminine woman, and you can be strong and feminine. Just don't be just strong and masculine, though. Don't do that. So tonight's topic will center around the female equation, but the men will chime in. And tonight's topic is, are women narcissists by nature?
What's a narcissist?
Oh,
good question. Narcissism is defined as a personality style characterized by an excessive preoccupation with oneself and one's own needs, often at the expense of others, marked by a grandiose sense of self-importance, a lack of empathy, and a need for admiration. Who you talking about? I don't know nobody like that. Who that? Who that is? Does that sound like anybody know?
No.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Hey, Val, since you off camera, and you might be making all kinds of faces and maturations, let's start with you. Can you hear me? Okay, so now you're just going to be...
No, I can hear you.
Cool. Okay,
I have myself on mute, so I have to undo it.
I got you. Now, tell me this, Val. Are women narcissists by nature?
Wow. Interesting. Why would you say are women narcissists by nature? Because not all women are narcissists.
Oh, because it is presupposing that all women are narcissists. I am doing that, right? That is like
what you're saying? Is that what you're saying?
I am kind of saying that. I mean, and I'm not even saying it because
They don't
y'all
want
do it purposely. I think that naturally, just like a flower is admired when you walk by it, a flower can't help being a flower. It's going to be looked at and smelled and touched just because of its natural being. So I'm going to give women a pass by saying, I don't really think it's necessarily your fault. You're born into a woman's body and the world loves women. But are they narcissists by nature? Are you self-indulged by nature? Is the
But
question.
part of being a narcissist is manipulation.
Well, that's not what the definition
Order
said. That's what you
to
said.
manipulate, you have to put effort into that. You're conjuring up certain ways to fuck with somebody.
Look at Jamila's face.
I can't see her face.
Oh, I'm not making
Why are
faces.
you looking at me crazy? Let me see her.
I'm not. Why you starting? See, I wasn't looking at you crazy. I just don't think women could be narcissists by nature.
You wait your turn,
I
young
agree.
woman.
I
Young
agree.
young lady, you wait your turn. Go
Sorry.
ahead, Val.
But she's right. No, I agree with her. So
No,
again,
but
to be
hold on.
narcissistic, you have to.
Valerie said something that was very. What is the first thing you said? That they conjure up stuff?
Yeah, you're manipulative, right?
And
So you're pulling strings to get a reaction from someone.
Oh, so
You're
we don't know
trying
no
to.
women that do that.
women
Women
do
don't
that
do
all the
Oh,
that.
but men
time.
do that all the time. So I mean,
But
why were you just putting it on women? I don't understand.
women do that more than men to get certain things.
Oh.
But but they do. They do that.
And men don't.
I'm not saying women do it way more than men, but I have no fight against women, to be very honest.
And are there statistics for this? Like, do you have
My
research?
personal one.
They have
55 years worth.
all you gotta do is look at social media and stuff, and you can get your
Oh, don't do that.
Social media is
You
not real life.
can't judge social media.
Social media is
Everybody's
Oh,
not
now
real
social.
life.
now social media is
Media
not
isn't
real.
the same
Oh,
thing.
Social media
okay.
is not real life.
Uh-oh.
Social
Okay,
media
Val.
was
Okay,
never
Val.
real.
Okay, Val. I'm gonna come back to you.
Okay.
Kendo Mickey. Are women narcissists by nature or some naughty by nature? Are they narcissists by nature?
No, I
Listen,
think
if
some.
Kelly is right there, just blink a few
It
times,
doesn't
brother.
matter if she right here. I still
There's
would say the
I
same.
see a shadow of like
I say
a
no. I
shovel.
say a
I see a
lot.
shovel
I say
shadow.
some. I ain't gonna say a lot. Some learn to be narcissists through circumstance.
It looked like you reading the prompter right here. Does she got a piece of
No,
paper in front of you?
that's
This is
not a
what you.
ramp.
Okay.
You get some girls that are actually prettier than others, especially
Uh oh.
growing up. You know,
Uh oh.
certain. I ain't gonna say I'm gonna say certain complected females
Oh wait a
were
minute. We
definitely
bringing
given more
colorism into
attention.
this?
Right?
They were given more attention, so that narcissism crept in.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, Sandra was darker than Audra, but Sandra got all of my attention. What you talking about? What you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing. What you talking about? You ain't talking about nothing.
But some because Audra was light skinned, they just gravitated to.
Listen, I love Audra, but Audra back in the 80s had the silly gene. Audra had the silly gene back in the day. Sandra was
Again,
graceful. Sandra would
most
float
dudes don't know
down
her,
the street,
haven't
bro.
talked to her. And I'm not just talking about her. I'm saying, how many times have cats seen a light skinned woman and haven't said nothing, haven't really looked at her features and just was like, she fine. Oh, she a red bone.
Coon behavior. Coon
You can call it what you
behavior.
want. And sometimes that seep in to some women and that narcissism grow.
That
Okay,
could be true too.
we're gonna get back to the engine of narcissism, but before we do, lovely Jamila.
Yes.
Now you fine. I know you get issues every day walking down the street. I know that. Hey,
Not
Muslimina. Assalamu alaikum. This nigga's Buddhist. He talking about salam alaikum. Are women narcissists by nature? Jamila, yes, I am loading the question. It presupposes that y'all are narcissists. Is it
No,
natural
not
though?
by nature. No, not by nature. I like can you say it's by situations, by what they grown up in, the environment they in. It's depends. Not all women can be. It's not a natural thing to be a narcissist. I'm sorry, you're not born to be self-centered and to. You're just not born that way. Not women anyway.
So you mean tell me when you're a
We're
little baby,
naturally givers, so there's no way you're born that
did
way.
you say women are
Your
givers?
circumstances creates narcissist people.
So you telling me that when you're a little baby, your little cheek, your little cheek, she's so cute, and you start crying a little bit, give her a
I
lollipop,
still got the
give her something good. She get her way from day one. Cause she's so cute. Look at little Miller, hi Miller.
Mhm. Uh-huh.
And once she starts seeing that gene don't kick in, oh, these niggas is punks and fools. Okay. Okay, all I gotta do is like make a little noise and they give me what I want. Okay. And then as she gets older
That make
and she starts becoming a little more of a lady, little boys in junior high school, hi Miller, how you
uh-huh.
doing? Bringing you little Valentine's notes and whatnot, because now you're starting to get bubbly in certain places. Huh?
That makes me
Grown
smart,
folks?
not a narcissist.
Oh. Okay, all right then. All right.
Wasn't
I'm
smarts
just
that these
saying.
young boys was looking at.
Oh,
When I was in seventh
I
grade, and
can't
that
see your
springtime hit in,
smarts.
I'm not saying about my smart. I'm saying me being able to get what I want is me being smart.
Okay.
Knowing my situation. Of
Not
course, if you're a
narcissism.
kid, you're not looking at nobody, oh, she's real smart. She got all A's. No, you might be like, yo, her is real nice in the back. Like, of
Oh,
course,
not
but
your hump. Wow. Okay, cool.
yeah.
Lovey lady humps.
Definitions. Sandra Greer. Are women narcissists by nature?
I don't
Do
think
they
so.
want all the attention from day one?
No, they are no different. I don't think anybody is naturally a narcissist. I think if you want to say that, then you just want to have to say humans
Oh.
because you can't dangle that what you said about a young a baby wanting something and she's seeing that a female she's seeing that she can get it by acting out because the a male baby does the same thing as dangle past.
So
I just think it's a human. Humans are taught to be narcissists.
I was just about to ask you
Right.
that. Does society teach women to be narcissists? That's a better question.
No, I think that by nature, but y'all saying by nature, I think that women, because like you said narcissist, a sentiment, an exaggerated sense of self importance. And I
Yeah.
think historically, women has never been um considered to be the head, to be that important. We for certain
Son, you ever
things,
been
but
a man,
we're not
son?
the head. We're not the head of the household. That wasn't them.
Son, it ain't no household without y'all. First of all, let's just get that straight.
All right, the man is always the head of the household. If anything, I think the men are the ones that are
Oh,
narcissists
oh. See that
because
pushback?
everything is surrounds around them. They're the head of the household. They were the money makers. They told you what to do and everything was around them, and women sat in the back, women walked in the back, women sat in the back. So I think if you're going to say that someone is being groomed to be a narcissist, I think males are groomed
Wow. Way
to.
to turn the
Well, I
tables.
think women are groomed too. I think women are groomed by other women to be narcissists. To
No,
be,
Um,
we gonna be honest,
yeah.
only to a degree, because women are so competitive with each other.
um,
they use, well, I got this from this guy. So now you looking at her and watching her and what she do, and you then want the same thing. So you become manipulative and try to gain what she gains. I think women
Yeah,
teach.
The
I agree.
narcissist
I
Olympics.
agree because I think men
Yeah.
do the same thing because men see with another they friend, they brother, they father, they
They
cousin.
don't really do that.
But
Like
I don't think
Men
men be,
see what other
I'm not
men
so much
have.
like women
they're
do.
not like
Women are
that.
very competitive. I don't think men is competitive in that sense.
They're not
Like,
competitive.
like, like, not to say all men, I'm not gonna say all men, but most, like, you'll have a girl, she a roadie, and next thing you know, she's trying to be so like you shouldn't have slept with your man.
Oh,
Like, men ain't doing that. That's women type stuff. So it's like on that type of level for me.
mm.
I don't really see them stories come out. It just be more so girls or women that is
Yeah,
manipulative
because I
and
don't want
create
Hassan's women.
narcissists.
Hassan got women from Lyran.
I
Like
mean,
I don't. They have like 4 vaginas. I don't even know what to do.
out of 4 would be damn. But she made a point, meaning like the men are narcissists, but when it comes to getting gifts, they are breadwinners and stuff like that. But when it comes to like celebrating Father's Day, they don't get shit. They're not really narcissists.
But
If they were
Wait
narcissists,
a
where
minute.
does that
Wait,
lie?
you celebrate Father's Day?
What
I'm
Right.
saying when
category
it
does
comes to
that
that,
lie into? What category does that lies into a narcissist? Because a behavior is exploiting others, taking advantage of others, and in a relationship, the difficulty forming in maintaining relationships and often being manipulative or controlling, and then
Who?
other characteristics are arrogance,
Oh.
entitlement, and tendencies to be envious of others. Where does that
women are more like that than men. To
in
be
men?
very
Men aren't.
yes, women
Relationship
are more.
difficulty forming and maintaining relationships and often being manipulative and controlling. That's a man to me.
Oh.
More of a man. Arrogance,
You
entitlement.
some, but not more. No,
Okay,
it's
well, we
not.
talking about narcissists. If we want to go on to other categories, we talking about what makes you a narcissist.
Well, I know
So
something.
I
I
don't
know
think it's
something.
just women. I see this in men as
Yeah,
well.
it goes both
Of
ways. I'll
course,
definitely
It
Who
goes
agree
get
with
both
who
that.
gets
ways.
the
I think it goes both
Valentine? Who
Yes,
ways.
gets the
I do.
Valentine on Valentine's Day? The man or the woman?
yeah. There you go. See,
Okay,
that's.
You
cool.
still so
What's
are
more
you
popular,
benefiting?
Mother's
Are
Day
you
or Father's
benefiting?
Day?
I just accept that.
Okay, cool. On Christmas, is it acceptable for the mother not to get a gift, or is it acceptable for the dad to maybe not get a gift? Okay, cool.
Yeah,
It's
If he's
all centered
there,
around the woman. Self-centered.
it is.
You
I had
not give her a
those.
gift if you want. You won't be getting no gift.
yeah, I
See, I don't do
agree.
none of them holidays, so
Men, yeah, well,
I'm with
they ain't
you on
nothing.
that. I
They
don't
ain't
every
nothing
day's a
but
holiday to me.
they ain't nothing but pagan holidays anyway.
Oh, you better that's another show,
But
son. I hear you.
honestly, if we're gonna look at statistics, if you have a man, or if your man is there and he's the father of your children, or he has been with you, whether guys have children or not, he should be celebrated. He should be, but that's a mature thing. That's
right,
maturity.
Boy,
That's not
definitely.
being. I don't think it's being this
that's a
narcissist
sexy
because
grid right there.
sometimes women just don't know if they're not mature enough to know that you can treat your man as well. I don't think
Mm.
that's being a narcissist. You just have to be mature enough to celebrate your man, or whether it's your man or your father, or not. But when you say somebody is groomed to be a narcissist, or
Mm.
women just
Well, let me
naturally
ask you this:
narcissists,
if
I just
if
don't think so.
if some women are given this princess title and
Uh-oh.
consistently told that they're a princess and
Oh.
they're a princess, and then they move into what they think is their queendom, do some of them decide, yeah, it's all about me?
Who's doing the naming them the princesses?
Men,
Society, as it says,
dads.
It's men, society,
not just the
and
men,
sometimes their
women too.
girlfriends around them.
Yeah,
Sometimes their girlfriends saying,
Nine
mothers,
times out of
"Hey,
10,
girl,
grandmothers.
Queen.
you need to
Go
be
ahead,
you
Queen.
should be getting this."
yeah,
Yeah.
they are telling us to right now. They're telling us to validate our kids, especially our daughters. Show them how they need to be treated. Father, show your daughter what a date looks like. You need to be the first one to show how a man should be treating her. And then they go to you guys and be like, would you want somebody to treat your daughter the way that you treat women? So honestly, it's just a cycle. So who's grooming? You can't say women are grooming their daughters to be narcissists.
Thank you.
Yes,
It has
again.
to be. It has to be men too, because men are
I'm laughing
saying,
too much.
"Princess, my baby girl, let me give her a little ring." Oh,
So society is
take-
doing it.
so
Society then
so
is
Society
grooming
play a
society.
women.
part in it too, but why I'm mostly saying women, because today's world is all independence. Like it's all
Woo.
single women raising these kids. It's not a lot of black men or balanced in the homes. So a lot of the
I don't
time,
believe that.
Uh,
you don't
that's what
believe
you don't
what?
believe it, Kenny. That's
I don't.
You don't
I
believe
definitely
what?
that women are raising kids by themselves all the time.
Kenny.
That's
I
what
know
we've
you're not
been
doing that. Women are
statistically.
raising. We're talking about the black community.
Statistically,
We're talking about the melanated community.
the
It ain't
melanated
just us.
community are the ones that's in the home the most.
So
The
you think
men.
there's more
Yes,
father and mother families in the melanated community than women raising children in the melanated community? That's what you're saying?
without a doubt. It's definitely more.
Listen, are you from Lycran too? Are you from Vega?
I'm telling you what the statistics bear out. What
Who
they've been
statistics?
telling us.
I'm
What
talking
they've
about
been.
what I've been seeing for 55 years.
Are you
Thank
seeing it, or
you.
are you in a tight
I'm
circle
not
that?
only seeing it, I done been with it a little bit. What you
All
mean?
right, let's just take our block that we grew up on.
So let's take it.
Let's take
Let's
it.
let's
No,
I
we
was
take it.
can't
raised in a
talk
house
about our
with a mother and a
parents.
grandmother. What you mean?
I was raised in a house. First, my father was there, then he wasn't.
Okay,
But
so
if you
me
look,
and you on the same statistic. What
but if you go up and down the block,
you had
there
the
was Mr.
Greers that
Jack,
were together
there was Mr. Jack, Miss Beanie. There was Mr. Hank, Miss Lassiter.
and the
Mr.
Greers.
Mr.
End of
Mr.
story.
Greer, Miss Greer.
End of story.
There,
You gotta
no,
say including
no.
them.
There was
Oh, you
Cars.
know,
I
that's right.
ain't
The
finished.
cars. The
Dom
cars.
stopped, but I didn't stop because
Okay.
there was the cars. There was
You got four families.
Mr. Joe and Miss Louise.
I don't know
I
who
can
that
keep
is.
going. I've named like 5 already,
I don't
and
know
only
Joe and
named the
Louise.
2 of us
But that
having
was in the
been.
70s. So you know.
Right,
Even
right.
if
Like
you
you got
name
like,
five, there's not 5 houses on the block.
If you name
oh,
Sorry.
5, there's
It was
25
Not
more
five
that didn't
houses on
what
have
the
about
block.
5.
Tehran?
it
And
was
what about Tehran
absolutely
and Iran? Did they have
It's
a
not
mother and a
five
father?
houses on the block.
Tehran.
No.
They did,
What about Randy? No.
but
What
his
about
father
me?
died, I
No.
believe.
Yeah, Randy's dead.
See,
Yes.
Oh,
But
okay.
again,
Murphy's
Okay.
had their mother and father. But a lot of these homes was dysfunctional
and they threw him
too,
off.
just
I
because they
mean,
was it was there.
yeah, some was dysfunctional, but Jamila, there was Chan, talk to me when you walk to me, and your mom. So
They was never
you,
together. What do you mean?
they were
Talk to
together.
me
I
when
lived with
you
them.
walk
They're not
to
to.
me. Shout
I
out to
was
Charlie
brought up,
Channing.
and my dad was not in the home. I'm sorry. I
Your
don't know
dad was
what
there
world you
for
in, but
your
that
early
wasn't the
childhood. He
reality.
was.
And that's not the reality. I don't care what yours. That's just
Okay.
like you and your daughter. Was you in the same
By the
house
way,
as
these
your
are family
daughter?
members. By the way, these are
At
family
first
Yeah.
we
members.
were. And
At
then me and her mom
first,
broke up.
when she was
At,
2.
Okay,
up
I'm
till
gonna
she
need
was
y'all
2
to
and we
take y'all
broke up.
family
But
business.
then,
But I'm just
but
saying, no,
Yeah,
I'm making
hold
this is
on.
not about family business. It's like making a point. Granted, my mom and my dad was you know, they were still in the communications, but in the home, there was no balance of my mother and father from birth to now. It didn't happen. That's what I'm
And
talking about.
then
So
what
90% of me being raised was on my mother. What do you mean?
What do you mean,
And that
Kenny?
happens for a lot of black families, regardless of whether
yep, a
statistics
lot.
you want to look at. I can look at, and my damn near my whole school was like that.
Mm-hmm.
Mine
A
too. And I
lot of
went to
and
black
how
multiple
many
women is
schools.
people in
raising
your
these
school,
kids by
maybe not
themselves.
with the
Kenny,
father,
you're
but
actually wrong
then
on
there's
your
a man
statistics,
figure
man.
in there.
Yeah.
Is
You're
he only
actually
gonna say he's
wrong,
wrong
Kenny.
because
You do
I
know
said it,
this.
but I
What
get
you
it. But
what
it's
you
Yeah.
saying,
something
I'm
that
not
Hassan?
saying it
just
because
like that,
I'm saying
Kenny's
it's
actually
wrong
he's
because it's
actually
wrong.
incorrect. He's
it's not
incorrect.
wrong.
I'm not incorrect.
I
Kenny's
know
actually
he
Kenny,
yes,
is.
you are very you
Kenny,
are
you know you
very
in a bad
incorrect.
place when Hassan and Jamila are agreeing. Bro, you know you in
No.
the
I
wrong.
agree with
I
him
think
a
you and
lot,
Jamila
a
need to look up
lot
the
of the
statistics.
time.
And let me ask you this:
Very.
how many times? See, we discount a lot of things. You have fathers, you have stepfathers, you have step-ins. So a lot of times, just because the household might not have the man who was your biological father, there is usually a parental male
There
there.
hasn't been. That's the whole
That
system
That is
has
was
you
definitely
right.
the,
There
the
is. Hold on.
system.
Let me say this
so.
point. Go ahead, because you will have a stepfather, but that black mother is only gonna let that black man go but so far because it's not his child.
Hold on,
Ain't no
but
black
he's
woman gonna
there.
let no stepfather
But
do
he's
the same
there.
thing that she will let his father do. It's the difference.
Hold
The
on. What's the
difference is the
difference?
difference.
If
The
you're in a
difference is
person's
this.
household, if he's any kind of man, he's going to help raise them kids,
But
just like
He
you were his
is going to
kid.
Kenny,
help raise the kids.
Kenny,
So then
Absolute.
there's a
I'm
male
gonna
Kenny, you
give
know
you
there.
a
that.
prime example. I'm gonna give you one.
So there's a
My
male there. Then.
stepfather was absolutely there, but the minute he thought he was
So
gonna put
you
his
proving my
hands on me,
point.
that was a problem.
So you proving my
You
point.
proving my point. Is what I'm
Hold on.
saying.
First
Hold
of
on.
all,
There, like I
Son.
said,
the
90%
Everything
of
is
the
Son.
mouth,
drastically
ninety
Son.
changing.
it's
percent of
not
the
my
home
fight. It's
is
not my
raised
fight.
by the
It's
black
not my
man,
fight.
the
I'm
black
sorry.
woman.
I'm about to get my tea.
That's
Cause
not
Yeah.
it don't.
true.
You
It's
should
That's
come
not true.
on.
If you just
Seriously?
saying,
the
if you saying,
it's very true, Kenny. The whole you guys
Of course
all
we
know
are.
the reason why they broke the nucleus of the family by taking the father out. That's what they did in
they
this
definitely
system.
tried to break
You
the
Definitely
know it.
nucleus of the
did.
family.
They didn't try. They did.
They
In the
definitely
80s,
hold
they
on,
did. They brought the
hold on,
drugs.
and if you
The
look at
drug is
part of
what
that,
broke down the family
if you look at part of that, what they used
and
to do is
welfare.
if the
Welfare.
man they would come and do
The
inspections.
welfare. The
They would come
the
and do
first the whole
inspections,
Free
and
cheese.
sometimes
We
people
got
hid
our
their
cheese.
stuff, but the
We did
man was
too.
still there.
the man was not there. That's why
The
the
man was
whole thing of
absolutely
the
still there.
welfare came. He wasn't
The-
there,
When
dude.
not
That's why they
everyone was
got so
on
many
welfare for
broken
one,
families.
and sometimes when they were,
Thank you.
you had
Broken
people who would
families.
hide stuff,
Broken families
would
happen by
hide
Broken
taking the father at the
families.
would
home.
hide the
And
male
that's how
clothes and all
the
that.
so-called black people fail in frequency is by taking the father out. That's been proven. They
They
talk about it all the
definitely have
time.
All the
tried to take the father
time.
out.
Yeah, it's
They
Let me
didn't
let
If
me
try.
you
They
put it. I'm
did.
gonna
you
put
look
it
up
in
They did.
layman's
statistics,
terms. If you have one half
When,
of the apple here, one half of the apple here, you put the apple together, that's an apple. But if you have a half an apple here and a half an orange here, you put that together, it's still a fruit, but it don't matter.
Not
It's
an
not the whole
orange.
and
thing. So you talking about the stepdad
but
don't even matter.
you still two things. One,
That's a
if
metaphor.
you still have a man in someone's life, me and my daughter mom
most
wasn't
men,
together.
most melanated men don't have a male figure in their life.
That's not true.
Thank
That's why
you.
that it is
That's not
very
true.
true. That's
Thank
why you
you.
see in football and basketball they recruit more players that have single moms because they can manipulate them.
They
Their
don't
Woo!
do
fathers
that.
are not
They
in the
don't.
home.
They
I
do
know
it
this
based
You
on
already
they.
because I play
I don't
sports.
agree with that. They do it based on their talent. They're not seeking out athletes just because
you
it's a
didn't play
mother.
football.
It
I did.
depends on the
I did.
position that they playing, how they do it. Because it was broken down. Quarterbacks, when they looking for quarterbacks, they looking for quarterbacks that got a mother and a father, which means he's well balanced, can think and is emotional at the same time. When it comes to them to running backs, them tight ends, they be looking for them broken homes because
That's
them
wrong.
kids is emotional, aggressive, don't got no control. That's what they do. That's how
That's a
it's
real
done.
equation.
Not
That's
to
wild.
manipulate nothing.
It's definitely a part of the equation.
Kenny, was you a
But
running back or a quarterback?
I was a running back.
Okay, cool.
But
What's
Which
again,
Yusef?
proves
What's
my
even
Yusef
point.
son?
even
What is Yusef's son?
Yusuf's son is a running back,
Now
and
is Yusef and his
he's
mother
with his
still?
mother.
Is Yusef and Yusef's son's mother
Yes,
still together?
yes,
I'm
yes.
hoping that they get the talent. I think I was a single mother with a son that his father we ain't gonna discuss
Okay, cool.
because it might be on Comac Street rules. Just throw that in there.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Butter rum.
Butter rum.
We as single mothers and black mothers at that, we see what society we looking we forecasting our kids' future, and we trying to figure out what is our son going to do. We looking at society. Oh, okay, it's basketball. What is it? Back then, it was rap had just started. Basketball, football. We wasn't really looking at softball, but it was a sport.
Yeah.
So most of
Right.
us was there. We was trying to get our kids in the little league and our boys in basketball. We was trying to get them to do all kinds of sports to make sure that they were good. Not necessarily try to get us out of the ghetto because at the end of the day, I don't feel like we were in the ghetto and
Nah.
we weren't broke. So
Nah.
so I felt like we had to make sure that we try our best to set our sons up. And what society was telling us that was either in the entertainment world or the sports world.
Yeah.
Now, most of the
Definitely.
people that was doing the little leagues and the football camps around at the Tiffany and things like that were black fathers. But they were the very few.
Yeah.
They would get the community of the boys who necessarily didn't have the black fathers together and try to make something out of them. See what they would become because they did not have the fathers. So I feel like it was the women. We were the black women. We were raising
the
boys.
Children.
We were
I can't
raising
push
our
back against that.
children.
That's what I've seen, but
we were raising our children when the men were there.
that's what I saw.
Exactly. Then you have that.
Yeah.
And that's a whole nother thing. But I'm not crazy. A lot of these homes is raised 90% of black broken homes, black women.
You're not
and
crazy.
If it is a man
I don't
there,
know
he
where
ain't
Kenny
gonna
been
go too
living for the
far.
past 50 years. I don't know. Kenny, I don't know what Kenny been watching. Hassan. Hassan.
This is opinionation.
Unmute
Though.
yourself.
Yes, sir.
So answer this question for me. Are women narcissists by nature?
Oh. I would say yes.
Oh.
Based on some of the programming and stuff like that, because all it is programming.
The programming. Talk about the programming.
The princess. Dudes don't get that stuff as a young kid and stuff. They don't get, oh, you're a princess. That they don't get that behavior. They don't get that behavior.
Hold on, Hassan.
Yes,
the one dude that just went to his prom with his dad.
I saw that. I can't
see that. That's
I
nice.
can't really talk about that, man.
Did you see that, son?
I saw it. He got his print suit on and everything.
They went in.
He had a tuxedo gown on, Jamila.
Oh, I did.
His hair was pressed and did.
His hair was laid.
His nails was did from the Asian lady.
And he looked a mess.
His makeup was foundational. And his pops rolled up with a suit on to take him to the prom, to the promiscuity.
Him and the dad needed a whooping, because what?
Yeah, I didn't say it, you said it.
To mess with him and stuff. He wasn't a part of all that stuff. Then he decided to be a part of that in that situation. So he changed his rules for that situation, which I think is cool.
No, it's not.
It is some types. I said which I think is cool. I'm not in that situation, so I can't really.
Hassan, if you had a young boy who was going on his prom and he wanted to wear a tuxedo dress and his hair pressed with his press-on nails, would you be his date?
I don't have no hypotheticals. I can't do the hypotheticals on me.
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Listen, man, when it comes to loving your kid and stuff, I overstand, the love, you're supposed to have love.
So you can't love your kid without taking your kid to the prom as his date? You can't. You won't love him if you don't take him to the prom?
I think it's gonna mess up their minds mentally if you do that and shit.
What about the minds of the other kids at the prom when they walk in? Is it gonna mess up their mind?
Man.
First of all, what's this old dude doing here? Second of all, why do Harold got on a tuxedo dress?
Hey man,
by the time you got there, you already know Harold
is Harold.
is no longer wanting to be
Harriet.
Harold.
Okay,
Harold
cool.
is
Usually
Harold
by
is
then,
Helena.
Helena.
you kind of got an inkling.
They already knew he was Helena.
Okay. All right, we sidetracked, but it's just I'm just saying he might have been called a princess. He might have been up in his narcissism.
Hey, the father was Muslim, by the way. The father
His
was
father was Muslim.
Yeah, they talk about it.
What's wrong with Islam, homie? What's going on? That's not for you. Jamila, what's wrong with Islam? That's what y'all doing?
No,
the
Islam is
fathers know
perfect.
that's
Islam is a perfect religion.
Well,
People
then
are.
what? So, but y'all taking
I don't
boys
even
to
know why
prom?
you make. Why did Hassan felt the need to point that out though?
Well, you know,
And
Hassan
he
grew up
was
kid,
Muslim.
Muslim.
not
Like,
the
what
So,
did you
kid is
you
need
know,
to
not
say
Hassan
that
grew up
for?
the
Muslim.
kid wasn't Muslim. The father was, and the father
I
wouldn't deal
absolutely
with him
figured that,
because
but
of
I'm
that.
just saying, why did you feel a need to say?
Who?
And by the way, the dad was Muslim. What did
Who?
that have to do with anything?
Who?
It had to do with
Jamila will
the
beat
reason
your
why
ass. I'm gonna
the
just say that
father
right
wasn't
now.
the father didn't condone all that stuff. That's the reason why I said it, because the father didn't condone all that.
You already
He
made
wasn't
that statement.
around.
You already told us that he didn't. So you adding the fact that he was Muslim
Listen,
was for
if
what?
it has nothing to do with your shaming. I'm not
Like, don't
shaming
come
your
for
And
my
I
religion,
didn't say
religion,
it had
homie.
nothing to do with me. I just want to know your thought
I
process.
just
Because
wanted to
what
say he
was
was
the
Muslim.
need of saying
It
any of
shouldn't be
that?
a problem that the
You
fact that
already
dude
was
was
like,
Son,
you know, the dad wasn't already there. And he really wasn't feeling it. Cool. Period. Then you had to, and by the way, he was Muslim. Like,
He was
come on,
Muslim. It's
dog.
all right. I should be able to say he's Muslim without somebody being in their panties. It's all
It's
good.
not about
whoa.
being in the
Yes,
panties. It's
it
about
is,
trying to
because you have.
understand.
Who
I
are you
just said.
talking about? Harold's panties or whose panties you talking about?
You
Now that's
talking
the
about
question.
Jamila
Did
getting
Harold have a
defensive and
pair of
stuff? There's
panties
no
on
reason for
for
this.
the whole outfit?
Why
And
I gotta
you
always be
can't wear
getting
no
defensive?
boxers with that outfit on. So did he have panties?
Nobody's
We don't
Is this
know.
defensive.
what we're
We
thinking
don't know.
about?
We don't
And
want to
I'm
know.
not thinking. Oh,
Is,
that's what you're doing,
We
Kenny.
don't want
I'm
to
not
is that
know.
what
thinking
we're
about
thinking
it.
about?
It's a question. Okay. All right. Let me ask you this, Valerie. Can you? I know you've been listening. Are you there? Are you there,
You have
I'm
to
Val?
here.
unmute.
Okay. I
I'm
know you've been
here.
listening to this madness. Val, um,
Yeah.
is it as simple as the more beautiful you are, the more narcissistic you become? Is that a thing?
Ooh,
Like
I can
No.
see how
the
they're
more
linked.
fine you are, the more you can't walk past a mirror.
It depends. I know that those two have been linked together, and so I could see how someone would think that that's the case, but I can't say if I know that's for sure or not. Because I'm beautiful and I'm not narcissistic,
Uh
so I
oh.
don't
I
know.
know that's
Yeah,
Uh oh.
you could feel like you're beautiful and not
Period.
labeled as being narcissist.
Say it again, son.
Everybody needs
Exactly.
to start throwing that label around.
Wait, say it again, son. I didn't hear you. Say it again.
You could be beautiful and not be labeled narcissist. Like people need to stop throwing labels around just because they grab out one little characteristic of a definition of something and be like, "Oh, you're it." Tag, you're it. Like, no.
Mhm.
What do you say?
Penny,
I'm beautiful. Damn it.
the more
Right.
beautiful she is, does that equate to more narcissism in your
I
mind's eye?
think narcissism is the way you handle it, or the way you act upon it, or the way you handle things.
What she
You know
just
what I
was ready to
mean?
say. I think the more you can handle it, or the more you don't handle it,
Yeah, I think
the bigger
I
your
think it's
head
how
get.
you handle yourself. Is
Okay.
I think
In
you
definitely
got
today's
some
is.
ugly
society,
people. You got some
we ain't
ugly
got a
people
lot of
that
good
say they
handles
are.
in today's world.
Got some
The
ugly
handles
Well,
is
I
off the
mean,
rail.
if you really look at it, with the
Niggas
spark
is
of the
hands
phone,
free.
with this digital age, just adding the camera
Come on.
exploded the cell phone usage.
See,
I
Kenny,
mean,
hold on. Not to cut your wisdom, but I'm adding on to what you're saying, and you keep talking. But this is kind of how this came up. Well, as I go about my little 55-year-old life, I see women on this vibe everywhere.
ain't stroking their hair.
And here's the other thing, Jamila. I have this weird fetish where I watch police body cam video on YouTube. It's just a weird, and overwhelmingly, whenever police are arresting a woman, I promise you, one of the first things they say is, "Give me my phone. Give me my phone." But get my phone. But can I have my phone? They'd be like, yo, the phone coming with you. But give me my phone. Like, what you? The phone is almost like an image pacifier, like for their social media, so they can be reassured on how cute they are, for the DMs, for the camera, for to be able to look at themselves. This is like, you can get your image. We got a portable mirror.
I also seen guys jump out the hospital bed to get their phone too.
Oh, that's what we're doing.
I'm just saying.
Can't label. Can't just pick a sex. Can't
I'm
pick
just
sex.
articulating that overwhelmingly, I've seen women literally beg for their phones back in the moment of arrest. Ma'am, don't your phone is the last thing you should be worried about.
Well, maybe we don't want you to give it to our significant other.
See that part? See, then that's a whole nother show. And then why is
Exactly. So
that?
you can't just say it's
That's
because
that's
we
that.
need to make the selfie while we in the back of
Ah,
the patrol car.
ah.
Hey y'all, I'm on live. I'm getting
Hey
Is
y'all.
women obsessed with their looks? I can absolutely say women are obsessed with
That
their
part right
look. It
there.
matters.
There,
I
that right there. There it is.
mean,
There it is.
Yeah.
Come
I
on,
mean,
keep speaking
it
truth.
matters.
Take a
Our
sip of
looks
wine.
matter.
You speaking.
Our looks matter. It absolutely matters.
it's an old that's been an old
Son,
topic. Who
son,
are
you
you?
in there right
Who
now
are,
cutting your toenails. You're
I'm
in there. Of course, I can't see your toenails, but that's what you're doing right now.
I
You are
don't have a
primping yourself right now.
I don't
No,
have
he's
a
putting
toenail
stuff
clipper.
away.
What's wrong with
Oh, okay.
you?
What are you talking about?
I
I
thought
was
she
going
was
to
in there
ask
cutting her
Jamila.
toenails. I'm like, she in there primping right now.
I don't have no
I was going to
toenail
ask
clipper.
Jamila. Can you
You
hear
heard?
me?
Go ahead, Val.
I
Yeah,
was
would
going to
you
ask
say?
Jamila. Isn't it more so a woman just taking care of herself and being presentable? Because you
Yes, and
can't.
with
I know growing up, I could not just get up, and walk out the house. I had to make sure my hair was done and have on decent clothing and maybe put a little lip gloss on my lip. Just look presentable.
absolutely, absolutely,
Mhm.
and that matters. And
And it
so
costs a lot to
that
do
proves
so.
that goes to my point. Women looks, it matters to them.
Yeah, it matters
Now,
to them.
there's different levels of obsession to it. You have some people that really that will die to look good, like get plastic surgery, get these
Ooh.
BBLs, and
Don't talk about Kanye
all
mom like
type of
that.
cosmetic
Don't
things.
talk
But then
about
you have
Kanye
some
mom.
women
Don't do
that,
that.
like me, all I just wash my face, a little lip gloss, and I'm cute. I don't
And
need
you
all that
popping, and
extra
it's
stuff.
popping.
I'm just saying, like it's different levels to obsession with your
But
beauty.
you giving all
Women,
that
that
love to the
is what we
colonizer,
are.
though. You giving all that love.
Yes, I am. All of it, every drop and dime
Wait a
of it,
minute.
every nook and cranny of it,
It's
I
not the
am.
nooks and the crannies. This is blasphemy. After all we've been, after all I've been through. Hey, Hassan. Mr. Hassan, Mr. McCullough.
What's up?
Can a woman ever truly be satisfied, homie? Like, is a narcissistic animal satisfiable?
In what
Dude,
way?
I listen. Of course, they can be satisfied.
Oh, for how long?
I don't listen, man. I don't have no problem with no women. Don't get me
Hey,
against the
man,
women
stop.
and
Hey,
stuff,
hey, do me
man.
a favor. Stop banning, bro.
It's
Stop
cold.
banning.
All right,
Stop
I won't be a bitch ass nigga.
BANNING.
Okay, there's some people that can't be satisfied. There's women that can't be satisfied. Yes, 100% facts. Okay, you know this, and I know that. We all know this. You know. Any other questions?
Okay,
There's some that can't be satisfied,
you
but that
want a
has to
woman
do with
tonight. You don't want
that
no smoke. I see
that
it.
has
You
to
don't
do
want the
with
smoke.
that has to do with the sense of self. That has to do with the knowledge of self. All that stuff has to do with our programming and stuff, man.
Valerie, Val, the forensic gal,
I'm here.
are you ever satisfied?
Am I ever satisfied
If you
with
got to
what?
ask the question again, we already know the answer.
No, that's not true.
Uh-oh, I like
You
that.
know what? And when it comes to life in general, no, I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
I've always am trying to achieve something else in life.
Okay.
I'll have a goal set. Once I achieve that goal, I'm having another goal. So if I look at it that way, no, I guess I'm not satisfied.
Okay.
And even if it were, in relationships, you're always wanting to grow. So then that means you're not satisfied because you're always wanting to get more, do something different, have new experiences. That
New
means you're not satisfied.
experiences. Does that mean a new man too after 7 years? I need a new. This is a
Absolutely not,
stereotype.
because you could be in a relationship where you did never traveled and now you want to travel.
What if he can't provide travel? Do you go to a negus that can?
Oh, there's always ways to travel.
Oh,
You
okay.
don't have to travel internationally to travel. You can
Okay.
get in your car and travel down to the beach.
Travel on this dude. Okay, cool.
Oh Lord.
That was just that was a that was my mom's watching. That was just a joke. That was I said that on the D bus. That's what I said on the D bus.
He gonna edit
Travel.
that part out.
What you mean?
You ready?
Travel on the D bus. I understand locally. I get it. Take this local trip. Hey Kenny, man.
Fresh and local.
Can they
I'm
ever
here.
be satisfied? Can do. Be careful now.
They tend
Kelly's in the
not to
room.
be. Women, like Val just said, tend to,
Yeah.
if they set a goal, then they generally start thinking, "What's next?"
Oh.
Um,
Uh-huh.
Oh.
so there's
What if
perpetual
you can't
motion, I guess.
satisfy what's next, Kenny? Let's be realistic. Let's say you're a great, not you per se, personally, but let's say a man, he does all he can for his woman, but because she's naturally never satisfied and she comes to a point where he's done all he can do, then what can he do if he can't really, like, she wants to now go to Mars and he don't got a spaceship?
Well, that's why you end up having people who end up with
Whoa.
irreconcilable differences,
Little differences.
where they just can't,
Totally.
or like she said, sometimes you grow apart. So where she continually thinking there's something else, maybe dudes have a tendency to be like, "Hey, I've gone this far. Let me rest up a little bit," and women like, "Nah, let's keep journeying." So sometimes it's good.
Do
Mm.
people really grow apart?
Let's talk about
Oh,
it.
without a doubt, without a doubt. Um,
Do people really grow apart, or do they just stop talking, or they just stop communicating?
I don't
Well,
think it's
Because
that's
I
a
just
feel
symptom of
like
communication. I
if
growing
think
you're
it's,
apart.
changing
I
and you
think
starting to,
sometimes your
uh,
growth, when y'all might have first got together, I'm talking relationship wise, when you might have first got
me too.
together, maybe y'all were both at a certain stage, but then one partner learns some things, gets in a different financial situation, and now wants to do different things.
Mm-hmm.
So y'all
Mm-hmm.
start finding yourselves. You go that way, you go this way,
Yeah.
and it's just a growth thing. Is
Vibration
I wanted to do this and
change.
you don't. You want to stay here, so
Oh, okay.
Well, Jamila, you had a boyfriend in the past before you crossed over on us. And so did you grow apart with him?
No, it wasn't a grow apart. It was a more of a facing reality.
Oh, see,
what
I
is
this is
that?
gonna be
stopped dating
semantics.
I stopped dating the potential of the person and really looked at what I was dating.
Oh.
I guess they
So
didn't
you
grow
grew
apart.
apart. You grew up while he stayed stagnant. You grew in another
No,
direction.
I guess if that's how you, yeah, I guess so. If you want
Well,
to see
I
that,
mean, you're
because I
not
don't think it's
together.
a grow apart. I think it was just the delusion was no longer there, so it wasn't about
Ooh,
growth because I didn't really
ooh,
grow until currently.
Yeah.
the
Because after
delusion.
that, it was a
Okay.
couple more of the same type. So I don't know what we're the same, you know.
Hassan.
Yes, sir.
Then I'm coming to you, son. Hassan, would you say that women are more loyalist or survivalist?
Ooh,
Oh, hold on.
both.
Oh, wow.
Me first.
Loyalist or survivalist? Which are women more likely?
Are we talking about certain women, or
We
because
talking about every single one
Can't
of them.
talk about all women.
Sure can.
I'm talking about all of them.
there are certain women who are survivalists, and certain women are loyalists.
What kind of woman is Jamila?
Yes. What kind of woman am I?
I can't really say per se what kind of woman she is.
Is she out here surviving with them folks,
Well,
or is she loyal to
if
the folks?
if you are a person who lives in lack, you're gonna be surviving.
Ooh, come
Okay.
on, son. Keep
Lower
going.
frequency. I'm not.
If I live
No,
in
I'm not.
what?
I'm not. I didn't say anything about you. I'm saying
No,
if you are a
he
person
ain't
that
talking
lives
about
in
you,
life. I'm not
Jamila. He
talking
said
I
in
about
know, I
you.
general.
didn't hear him though.
Say it
If
again, son.
if you're a person who lives in lack, then you're going to just be a survivalist. If you know that you live in abundance, then you're gonna,
You're more
Can I
likely to be
use a
loyal.
phrase from a guy that be on here? That's not true.
Wow.
Okay. Well, go ahead, Kenny.
Because
State you.
what you thinking someone should want or need, someone might not want that. So they're not living in lack. They might just be saying, I don't need that. I don't need. Some people might say, I need.
Lack has nothing to do with material stuff. Okay.
He might mean
I'm
spiritually lacking, Ken.
Yes.
that's
We're talking about spiritual.
no.
We're not
What I'm
talking about
saying
living
is,
and stuff like that. Because you
what
can
if
be a
what if
person that
that
connects
person
with
don't feel
nature.
like they need that?
Yeah.
Oh.
Who are you to tell someone what they're lacking or
Oh.
if they are
That's what
lacking?
I'm saying.
They jumping. They about to jump you,
No, I'm
Hassan.
just
Go
saying
ahead.
in
First of all,
general,
you can tell people who
how
live
can
in
you
lack
tell
based on
somebody that
when
they
you.
are lacking something?
Okay.
Would you say, Hassan?
Okay.
You can tell by how?
You can tell what people are living lack because they don't know certain rules. They don't know certain laws. They
Oh.
they look at certain frequencies of downtrodden, listen to certain music that has negative um a connotation to it and stuff like that.
Oh.
Looking at stuff that doesn't uplift you. That is lack. So you
I
can
think
see it
you I
regardless.
think you overgeneralizing.
I'm not overgeneralizing anything at
Because
all.
if that's not what they generally want, how can they be lacking
So
it?
so you saying people want to think that they don't they have to struggle and
What if
not
they
have abundance?
again to some
Abundance has
people?
nothing to do with material stuff. Abundance has to do with love, loving themselves. Okay,
So
that's
what
what
if
we're
they love?
talking about.
See again,
So, Kenny, are you saying
for
what if
some
they don't
people,
want to love themselves?
all they need is
All right,
family
this one.
and go on. Some people want family. Some people want the Lexus to put the family in. Some people want to be able to go out and put their feet on the ground and hug a tree.
And I and
Not
I,
Not
first
today.
of all,
everybody do that.
I didn't say anything about. I didn't say anything that it had to do with material stuff.
Hassan, you are going very low. Your voice. I don't know
Dude,
if
I
you just
just
been moving
said
around, but
Yeah, it's
your
hard to
volume
hear
is
you.
low.
I talked of material things and spirituality. What your spirituality might not be someone else's. So are they lacking or did they just choose not to be in that space? That might not
So
be
if a
there. That
person wants to connect with nature and stuff and connect with some love, that has nothing to do with lower frequency. That's a higher
who's to
frequency.
say if they don't connect with nature, they lack in love?
I'm making a point. I didn't say that they're not.
Hassan, what is up with your
You got to talk
audio
to his
system?
mic.
His frequency is so
Cannot hear you.
low.
They saying your frequency is low, bro, and I must agree. Like we can hardly hear you. Like
Well,
I know
Frequency
you
is
saying some good stuff, but it's like, what is he saying?
can you hear me now?
Yes,
Okay. That car picked up my earphones pick up a lot of stuff and it shuts itself down when
the
it picks up other
frequency
stuff.
you sharing your frequency, you like your frequency is a whore.
Oh Lord.
Get off that whore
that's because
frequency.
he can't get past the fact that he always forces his stuff on people.
Ooh,
He's never in a space where if that person is okay with that, it's like, okay, that's good for you, and I'm happy for you. Like,
Yeah.
you don't give me you happy for somebody else unless they
They,
overstand everything, and
Jamila, I
that's
ain't gonna
where
be
you
happy for
lack stuff
you
at.
until you come back to this side of the world. I'm
it's
not gonna be
either
happy.
his
I
way,
don't care
I
what
don't
I
think
don't
so.
care what
I'm
nobody
wrong.
talking about.
his way, or it's
I
no
love
Oh
longer
you.
my god.
his way is the way.
Right. That's where the
And
disconnect come from,
don't
because it's
nobody
like your way or
feel,
the highway, and that's not how the world works.
and don't
Oh
nobody
Lord have
know
mercy.
nothing. Don't
The
nobody know
world
nothing but you.
works
Woo!
Do you middle
Hassan,
stand
First of
that?
all, you
Hassan,
got first of all,
Hassan, do you middle stand that?
Hassan. Let me say before you go, Hassan. I rock with you, Hassan. I don't want you to feel like you're alone. I'm going to say it out loud.
No, it's
Hassan has a
an
lot of good
right.
opinion.
points, and you know he
I
is
rock with
like
you,
that. Here's what
Hassan.
there
I
you go.
rock
I
with
Can
you,
do
you middle
Hassan.
too.
stand that,
Of
Dom?
course, his opinion.
It has nothing to
I
do
do
with
too.
opinions, okay?
Dom, can you middle stand that?
I love Hassan, and I like, you know why? Let me tell you why.
Amen.
Hey, listen, I'm no
Because
longer
you, on
understanding.
your
I'm no
opinion,
longer
based on your opinion,
overstanding.
you stand 10 toes
I'm
on your
level
opinion,
standing from
and
now
that's
on.
cool.
Y'all some fools,
I
man.
Can
Okay,
you
can't.
level stand that?
no, y'all gonna stop trying to mock my homie. Yeah,
Uh,
yeah. Hey, man.
I don't take anything personal from anything, okay?
and that's
You
see,
always say that, but that's not true.
There is
kudos,
And they
kudos.
using
I
your
don't
own
take
words
nothing
against you.
personal.
That's not true.
I
It's
don't take
not.
any personal because
You do.
I have a lot of knowledge. So if it doesn't rock with you, then it's all good.
There you
I ain't
go.
tripping on it.
But that's not how you
But you don't
know
have a lot of
it's
value.
not. Because I would say, no, it's not.
Okay,
Because
Valerie.
let me tell you how I know it bothers you. Because I can say something today, and I said 3 weeks ago, like, and I know it bothers you because you still think about it. When I
Ooh,
get off this podcast, I don't
ooh,
really care what happens. I live my daily life. I
ooh,
don't bring it back.
Hey,
Only time I brought it back
homegirl,
was the
if
tree thing to get back at you,
if
ooh.
just to show you how it feels when you bring stuff up that happened
Patty
last week.
LaBelle. Patty
it's not
LaBelle.
being petty if you're paying attention to certain words, and if we're having discussion and some people are flip flopping, you're gonna pay attention to people flip flopping stuff. That's called,
Hassan,
being
nobody can hear
observant.
you.
Hassan. Valerie is like, we can't even see her, but we can't hear you at all.
He took too off. He probably gonna come back on.
Manifest
Okay, yeah, I think he's gonna
a new
come back. Yeah.
frequency. Manifest a
On
new
a higher
frequency.
frequency, that's wild.
Yeah, I'm
That's
just saying.
wild. Hey, Valerie, can you
What's
hear me,
up?
Val?
I can hear you.
Are
Can you guys
women
hear
more
me?
loyalist or survivalist?
Hmm. I'd say both nowadays.
Loyal and survivalist? Really?
I mean, I feel like back in the day, it would have more so been loyal, ride or die. But
Right,
now,
right.
society is, and the way we've had to step up and be both man and woman and everything else, the
Wow.
provider, nurturer, lover, everything. I think we're on both sides of the fence. Now, that's my opinion.
Okay, of course. Okay. Son, are y'all lovely women more loyalists these days or survivalists? I gotta do what I gotta do.
Oh, you putting these days in? Okay.
I mean, I'm talking about this era. I'm talking about where we live.
Okay. Got a little switcheroo. Okay. No, I think we more of a survivalist these days.
These
I
days.
agree with
Valerie.
Val's. It once upon a time we were loyalists.
Mm.
We were loyalists, and you know things change, times change, things change, and you have to pivot. You have to pivot and go with the times. We no longer loyalists as much as we were, as our parents were, or our grandparents were, standing by and just being loyal to a fault. We have, like she said, we had to step up. We have to step up and do a little different and be a survivalist and loyalist. I think it's a combination.
Heavy on the survival.
Heavy on the survival because we doing things for ourselves. We have to do things for ourselves and our family, like we touched on earlier. Like sometimes we all they got, so we have to be a survivalist because we got other people on our back.
Got it. Okay, that's solid. Kenny?
I'm here.
Kendo, are you there?
Yeah.
Are the ladies of today's society more loyal or more survivalist?
Some are more survival. Some are thinking, what can I get out of certain situations?
Oh.
So it's not even just survival. It's how can I advance? And
On a scale of 1 to 10, are women more survivalist or loyalist? Like what is more? Like give me a ranking. Like is it more loyalty or survival?
Survival.
You
see,
trying to say it's 50-50? What is it? Like what's the percentage?
I'm actually going to say they want to be loyalists. They more want to be loyal.
That will be me.
Now,
What are more actually?
I'm gonna look you.
I think it's more loyal.
Really, Kenny?
Oh, without a doubt.
That's nice.
I think it starts with
I
loyalty.
agree.
That's
I think it
nice,
starts
Ken.
with loyalty,
Yeah.
and then circumstances move them into different situations.
Yeah. And
If
circumstances lead you more into the scale of survivalists.
yeah, but if you are in good circumstances, maybe you staying loyal.
Mm-hmm.
But
Kenny,
if
Yeah.
That would be me.
if stuff go left,
Kenny, you are
then
clearly showing your loyalty right now as Kelly stands before you
you mean as I'm sitting downstairs by myself?
and Kelly standing on the opposite side of that
No, my
camera
my
with
my
her
my
lips
opinions
perched,
never change.
making
See,
sure you know
I think you got
exactly.
prejudging opinions of what I think, and then my thoughts ain't your
We
thoughts.
love you, Kelly.
Hey,
Yeah.
listen, you talk about what my brother Chan used to say. Here's another saying he had:
Uh-oh.
"What you think when I thought you thought what I think, you thought I thought.
Ah,
Yo.
I
Yo.
thought that.
That's
I
Jamila's
thought that."
father, ladies and gentlemen. These are
ah,
quotes from Jamila's dad. Okay? Before Jamila got here, we used to be on a block with her dad.
ah.
Saying things like that.
With him saying things like that to youngsters, filling our heads
So
with stuff.
so it still becomes, like I said, I think circumstances dictate what a lot of women do.
Of
Mhm.
course.
Okay.
So if it's a good circumstance, I think they will stay loyal. But if
Mhm.
things become crunchy, as some people like to say,
Crunchy.
crunch, then you know,
Okay.
baby need them
Survival
new
instinct kicks
Jordans.
in.
How can you
Baby need that PlayStation.
think that most women want to be loyalists, but most women were brought up to be narcissists? How is that two going together?
No,
Call
I
him out,
said,
son.
I didn't never say
No, I
women.
didn't say you. I'm saying I don't believe that you said that most women are narcissists. I'm trying to figure out how that goes together. That most of us want to be loyal. We want to be loyal. We're loyal a fault, to a default, but we're groomed to be narcissists. That don't go together.
Under
Again,
my equation,
does try
the narcissist
to
goes with the survivalist.
to go with
Mhm.
what Hassan said.
Okay, well, you just said that. You're just saying that most women want to be loyal.
I didn't say that.
I
That's what
said that.
Kenny said.
I said that.
I have
And I
the
stand on that.
opposite point of view. I think that women are out here on what I need to survive.
Now, if we're groomed to be
Two
narcissists,
things
then
can
we
be true
are.
at once, though.
Uh-oh.
If we're groomed to be loyal, if we're groomed to be narcissists, then we are on survival because it is all about
Mm-hmm.
us.
And that's where I'm
So
coming from.
we are clawing our way,
Bong
Mm-hmm.
bong.
and we don't care who we scratch
Ooh.
trying to get out.
Sound like, oh, there she go right there. Oh.
Now, if we trying to be
Until you run
loyalists,
into a man. Until you run into a
circumstances, right?
exactly. Mm-hmm.
Circumstances is going to have you, like you said, you went after Smoke Joe several times. They was the same characteristics, and you noticed that, and you had to say, "Hold up,
Mm-hmm.
I have to change. I
You
have to change something for
you.
myself.
Change the frequency.
I have to change something within my own self because you're not looking at them to change no more. Because you obviously you see that's not gonna happen. So you did something for yourself and was like, let me step aside while they keep going past with the BS.
Now that's going to lead us into our last question before we get some things off of our chest. And for this question, I need my man, Negus Man, to be front and center.
Damn.
Again? Panel, and I'm coming to you first.
Don't act like you don't love it.
Yeah. I'm coming to you first, Hassan, but panel, my question is, if women can make children, we're talking about a narcissistic kind of woman. It's all about her. If women could make children by themselves, would they? Hassan, would a woman make a kid by herself if she could?
Yes, she could. I mean, she would. Some would. Some. Yes. I don't.
Well, we know that's impossible, right? We know that's impossible.
Hold on. Before I say that, I don't know if really women want to raise a kid by themselves. You'd say raise a kid by themselves or just make it by themselves?
If they could have children on their own without
You talking about Inception?
Oh, yes. And yes. Immaculate Inception, as a matter of fact.
Inception, or are you talking about getting in vitro? You talking
about I'm talking about without a dude. No.
You talking about
you just sitting over there.
You talking about
you just sitting over there tonight and you just take a test and all of a sudden you're pregnant. That's what I'm talking about. Would they do that, Hassan? Is that even possible? That's not possible, right? You can't even do that.
Y'all playing too much.
First of all, you already know it's possible. It's called apoptogenesis. But as far as them wanting to do it, I don't know if they really would want to do it.
Here we go.
I don't think I'm not a woman, first of all, so I don't think like a woman. So I can't answer the question if they want to do it by themselves. I wouldn't think that they wouldn't want to do it by themselves.
But it's impossible to do that anyway, though, right?
It's natural for us to. You saying it's called a hypothesis?
It's called. I didn't say it's called hypothesis.
If that is natural thing, then why wouldn't we want it? Why aren't we led by natural? If that's natural, then why wouldn't we want to? Then we would want to do it by ourselves.
Oh.
If that is what you're saying, that is a natural thing.
It is a thing called apoptogenesis where women have babies by themselves. Yeah.
We didn't get no medication for it, no shot for it. We just kumbaya and
kumbaya.
I need
kumbaya. It's called what do you call that?
However we are.
You have to hug a tree.
Don't do that.
However we hugging the tree.
Don't do that,
we
Kenny.
Getting inseminated on our own without
the
need of a man.
Pay your bell.
That is something that's natural, right? That's got to be natural.
Yeah.
Okay. So then, if something is natural, then why would it be a problem for us to want to do this natural thing?
As I said, I'm not a woman, so I can't speak for you. But as you said you would.
If it's natural,
if it's a natural thing,
it's like breathing. I need to breathe. If that's
like breathing,
that's how it's supposed to be,
you guys
then I
to do
need
this. You guys Google how many virgin births have they been, and watch what you get.
Not Google.
Google
not the Google.
Hassan, do
Why?
Do me a favor. Cut us to the chase. How many virgin births have there been?
It's been 9 virgin births.
9, like versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
He said, what?
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5,
my
6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
11,
11,
12.
12.
Hey, come on now.
But
The
then
9.
that's not
You
natural.
is not on this podcast preaching about
There's been 9 that they talk
women.
about, but there's other people, they still have virgin births to this day, but they just don't talk about it.
Tell us about the woman you met at the hair salon, Hassan.
Here we
Did I-
go.
I did not tell them about this
Here
already.
we
I
This
know.
go.
show is
Matter of
based
fact, you
We
around
did.
spoke
this.
about
You
it
told
Tell
last
us
us
Here
about,
Tuesday.
already.
we
testify about the
That
hair
go.
was
salon,
last week.
Hassan.
So
Take off.
listen, I met a girl. She said she at 16 years old she got pregnant without having sex with a dude.
Yeah,
Her and her
Jamila.
mother went to the doctor. Her and her mother, and she talking about it's hormones. Everything the doctor said it has to do with hormones and stuff like that. Has nothing to do with a man sperm ejaculating in the woman. It has to do with hormones and stuff. Okay,
Baby.
and so she said she got pregnant multiple times when she was dating a dude that lived in New York. After she was 16, her mother, her and her mother hid it from the father. Didn't tell the father, but then she moved with a dude to New York. She got pregnant multiple times when he wasn't even around.
He wasn't around, Jamila.
Wasn't
He
around.
got
He
pregnant.
wasn't
He out
there.
of town.
She
I
got
know, and
pregnant
I got a
multiple
unicorn
times.
on my
Can I
dresser.
say
Hey,
this?
So
stop.
it
Can I
works.
say this, Dom?
Hold on, Kitty. We
Hold on,
talking
hold on.
to
I
these
gotta
women.
say
These
Hold
this.
up.
women acting like it ain't possible.
I
It's
gotta say
not.
this.
It's not.
It's called a pathogenesis. Doc Gilbert Blair talks about it. Bobby Hemmett talks about it. B. Dale talks about it.
I need
All these,
facts. I need
all,
facts. I need
Are
facts.
all
I
those
need blood
men who
tests.
talk
I
about it?
need
Blood
DNA.
test.
I need the daddy's DNA. I need her father's DNA.
okay. And I'm gonna tell you another fact that you got women probably don't know. When a man ejaculates in you,
Uh-oh.
his sperm is
Ejaculate.
ejaculate. His sperm is stored into you. Okay, and when you get pregnant, you choose the the body can still be pregnant by another
So
sperm that's in your body.
how long
But I
the
mean,
sperm
that's
is
not.
alive?
That's we know that. That's true. It's a
But
lady who had twins by 2 different men.
Yeah,
Ooh.
but how long?
That's
But the sperm
possible.
ain't gonna say the sperm doesn't live forever.
It's only 72 hours.
no.
Sperm. I'm
That's what.
gonna
Okay, so
live
when it comes to
forever.
information, we have been led to believe certain things, especially in the medical industry. We have been led
You
false
gotta
information.
produce a higher number than 9. It's millions
Valerie.
upon millions
Let me
upon
ask you a
millions.
question. Hold on, Hassan.
So
Okay,
When you say it was 9 virgin births,
that's from a long time ago. There's still more that exist. That's what I said. There's still people more that
Valerie.
exist.
so this young
Here.
lady, the young lady you said,
Yes,
you say she went to the doctor,
yes.
did they record that? Because that seems like something that would get you in every medical journal,
yes.
If
and
they're
people
listen, it
would dig
wouldn't if
that
they're
up.
hiding information. There's a lot of information they hide from people. You do
Okay.
understand this, right? They
The
hide
only
all
middle
kind of
stands.
stuff.
Well, here's my only other question. Do you think she hugged trees?
Stop it. Hey,
I don't know,
If
Valerie.
man.
she did, hold on, because if she did, there has to be wood involved.
Okay, Kenny. Hey,
Oh,
Wood is
Valerie. See,
always
this is the.
involved with
see,
See,
Good
Valerie.
one, Kenny.
Yeah. See, Kenny's just a troll. He's a troll. Troll Mickens. Valerie, if you
wood
could have a
involved.
baby on your own, Valerie, would you do so?
Woody
No, I would
woodpeckers.
not. No.
Well, I mean, like, if you could have a baby without the help of a man, you would
why?
would you do
Why?
it?
No, I said no.
Why not? It takes all of you. You got to worry about
I
this Negro.
enjoyed.
You
I
ain't worried
enjoyed
about him
the.
anyway.
Wow.
I enjoyed the experience I
Oh.
had.
Exactly,
I
Val.
saw my
Oh.
man,
Exactly.
my
That
ex-husband.
was my why.
That's right,
Oh. It's the
Miss
experience of it
Forensic.
all. It's the
That was
experience
my
for me.
why.
Yeah.
Why?
So no, no, thank you.
Yeah.
Jamila, let's get you're a whole woman out here. Would you have a baby by yourself if you could?
No.
Just right now, you pregnant. Hold the book shut. You pregnant right now.
Oh man.
He said, "Hoga the booga shut."
No.
But are we not going to look up hypothegenesis to make sure that?
Yeah, y'all need to look that up. Somebody take that word for me because I don't know how to
I
spell
did.
that.
Kenny, you looked it up, Kenny?
I mean, that was weeks ago.
Well, what did it say? I don't even know how to spell it. You know how to spell it, Hassan?
Hypothesis.
It's
HYP.
aparthogenesis. Starting
How do
with
you
an
spell
A.
that? Right,
I think
silent.
he muted. I think it was
Hassan, how do you spell hypothegenesis?
he
He
muted. I think
trying to find it.
It
I think it
starts with an
begins with
A.
an A.
It starts with an A. Hold on, let me find it.
It starts with an A.
Told you he
Yes,
looking for it.
aparthogenesis.
It sounds like an
Not
A
it's
P
aparthogenesis.
A T H O
Apartheid
That's
genesis.
apartheid.
apartheid
Apartha.
Aparthogenesis. Start.
Genesis.
Where's it at? I looked it up a long time ago. Shit.
I'm trying to look this up.
You
right
guys
now.
got the spelling already?
I got parthenogenesis in
That's
here.
it.
Parthenogenesis definition. Parthenogenesis is a type of asexual reproduction
That's it.
in which an egg develops into an embryo without fertilization. What?
That's me
Wait
right
a
there.
minute now. Wait a minute. Hassan might be onto something. Didn't they look like they got a
I told you
diagram
that.
of a vagina up here? Parthenogenesis or virgin birth is a natural form of asexual reproduction where an embryo develops from an unfertilized egg. It's a common reproductive strategy for lower plants and invertebrates like aphids, ants, bees, and wasps. Now, are y'all ladies a wasp? Are you an ant?
Now I've been called the bee several times, but
I've been called a bee several times. You know what? She is a greer. She is a greer. The
Felt the
funny gene
sting of
runs in her
that.
family.
Female dog. Female dog.
Son, listen, I'm trying to stick with you, my brother, but it don't say nothing about human ladies.
I read the
It
same
says
thing.
bees and ants.
Just because it don't say nothing about human ladies don't mean it doesn't. It never existed, man.
Okay, all right.
They still hide stuff in
Oh
plain
my
sight.
God.
Okay. I mean that might be true.
They hide all kind of information from us.
It says it's all the rage today as
Then
scientists
now they hide
discover.
stuff in plain sight. Now it's Googling. That
They've
But
been hiding.
look right
First
here. It
of all,
says
homegirl, they've been hiding stuff.
not home, girl. Listen, it says right here, it's all the rage today as scientists discover more and more animals that can reproduce from the female without help from the male. Many plants develop
well, we
through.
already know about
yeah, we
seahorses and stuff. So I mean, I need
yeah,
a human
but
being.
what the ones in the water? The seahorses. They are the men that's carrying the babies.
What do you mean you need a human being? Didn't Jesus and Mary? Didn't
Here we
that's the
go.
first one?
Here
And
we
then
go.
ISIS and Assad, that's another one.
Here we
There's
go.
already been stuff that's proved all this stuff.
No,
Kenny.
no, 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 no.
Okay.
You're
Oh, my bad.
absolutely right. There was several types of creations here. You have Adam, who was born with no mother or father.
Adam is
Right?
the first of all. That's not true. When they say
How
Adamite, they referring to the Adamites as
The
people.
atom.
It's the Adamites. It has nothing to do with one
Adamites?
person.
Here you go. Here you go.
It's
No problem. You got the floor. Go ahead.
Kenny. Wait, I want to give Kenny the floor. Kenny, what about Mary, Kenny? You Christian like. What
You're
about
talking
Mary? She
about.
had a
You're
baby
talking
without
about.
she wasn't out in the
You're
streets.
talking. We talked about this. You're talking about something. I don't put human limitations on my creator.
Now
That's
wait
right.
a
So
minute, Kenny.
are you
They're,
Kenny,
saying?
they're
is
not
your
Here
human.
you
creator
go.
dead, Kenny?
Clock
I
that
shouldn't
T.
believe. I
They're,
believe my guy picked up dirt and formed a man.
So then why can't your God get
So
Sandra pregnant right now? Sandra. Why can't
because that might not be in his plan. You're
then it
asking me
wasn't. Thank you,
again,
Jesus.
like I said
you
last
know
week.
what?
Can the
Everybody point your
creator
hand towards Sandra.
can the
Everybody point your
creator
hand
tell
towards
the
Sandra. We want her to get
Creator what to do.
fertilized right now. We want
Exactly.
Sandra to get fertilized right now
Let me tell
But
in
you
the
something.
is
name.
that what the creator wants?
Nah, he said
Exactly.
no. That's
He
why I
said,
got
he said,
No.
saved. And that's it.
he said no.
He said no.
Talk to
That's
him already? Said, what? Everybody punch your hands the same right now.
To who?
Sant,
You.
like to you.
You.
Y'all can put y'all hands to me all y'all want. Y'all don't hold no power over my life.
Alhamdulillah to
Okay?
that.
Oh
Don't
my
hold no
God!
power
The
over
Christian and
my
the
life.
Muslim is coming together. They just rebuked the
I'm
prayer of fertility.
The
exactly.
Christians and the Muslims are together. We just got one discrepancy. Other than that, we be fine.
Yeah,
Uh-oh.
we gonna be all right.
Uh-oh. Valerie,
I'm here.
your thoughts
What's
on,
up?
I can't even say it again, parenthegenesis?
Apartheid Genesis. Well, you see,
Apartheid
Hassan,
genesis.
Hassan was saying it incorrectly.
He kind of
Apartheid
was.
Genesis.
But that wouldn't be
But
the
no,
first time
that's not
Hassan
the
said
way
something
it's pronounced
incorrectly,
in
but
the dictionary.
yeah.
So what is it? Is it what Hassan said, or is it
It's
what you found
insects.
in the dictionary?
Well, they said insects can do it and plants can do it.
You know,
Why
I would
can't you?
believe. I
Kenny,
wouldn't be
Kenny said his
surprised.
God can do
So
anything. So Val, if God can do anything, why can't God get you pregnant right now?
that's not the normal. That's just not how it goes. But it would not surprise me
Oh.
entirely, honestly, because all sorts of things are happening. So
I got to stand up
I,
for Hassan where he said, look, Mary had it happen. Everybody believed that it happened to Mary. Why can't it happen to Jamila?
you know what?
Jamila
Because
don't
God
need
did
that
not
dude.
ordain that for
That
me.
is
He
true.
ordained that for Mary. He wanted that for Mary.
Jamila, you don't need that brother. You don't need him. You don't need the homie to do
He
that.
told us to go out here and be fruitful and multiply. That was with a man and a woman.
Ooh,
That's
Yeah, but
right.
Mary did not do that, though. It is true that she did not multiply
really?
He said
No,
that
you're
but
right.
for
She
after.
Jesus
didn't.
to have Jesus.
So we're willing to
Right.
believe that Mary got pregnant by hypothegenesis,
She
but the
didn't.
woman in the hair salon couldn't do it.
No.
That's
That was
crazy.
done. That was done through God.
Well, why
But
can't
what
God
about
do it to the woman in the
ISIS?
hair salon?
What about ISIS doing it for herself too
Uh
as well?
oh. ISIS and then Lil,
Not
Who's
in Lil.
ISIS?
they're like, who that?
ISIS,
See,
the
it's not as
Egyptian
popular.
god is
That
ISIS
origin
with a
story
sock.
is not as
Ain't
popular.
not a stuffle, Lord. Ain't my God. I'm cool.
Listen,
Oh, Lord.
I'm gonna come up with something and say that.
Hey, yeah, son, come up with your own
Yep.
little.
ISIS,
Oh my
all you
goodness.
gotta do is look up ISIS. They talk about the
I
We
could
Egyptian
we
come up with a
done
pantheon.
with
whole. I
looking up
could. I
stuff
could
from
come up with a
you.
whole lot of
I mean,
things.
can you go find that chick you were talking to and bring her to the show?
Uh,
Well, here's
son, they,
something.
they asking if you could bring that girl from the
But
hair
hold
salon
on.
to the
If
show.
that girl that he knew, he said sperm survives. So were her and her boyfriend not having sex? If you can't tell, if you don't know that, maybe dude left a little tree sap up in that,
Wow, not tree sap.
This is
and maybe
it,
she didn't
it's
think she was
all.
pregnant right then.
First
No,
of all, it's all
we have a
possible.
self cleaning machine. We have a
Wow,
self cleaning machine.
self cleaning.
I will say this,
Right.
Hassan. This girl got pregnant in jail by the boyfriend from upstairs.
Or her
So they were
dad.
not in the same thing. But he was sliding his little stuff down the vent and she was stuffing it up and she got pregnant. So technically women can get pregnant without a man being
You
there.
got
But then that's
No, that's
IVF.
not.
turkey baster.
You still need a man.
She had the
You
That's
still
turkey
do
baster.
need a man, but
wild. That's a
I'm trying to
wild
help
Right, you
story.
Hassan
need his
out.
seed.
That's true.
You need his seed. That's not what
You
Hassan is
definitely
saying,
need a
though.
seed. But I was just trying to help your guy out.
That's a wild story right there. Okay, all right, all right, all
Look it
right.
up. It's in there.
We've explored it. I mean,
Again.
I just, hey, well, we
I'm
had to
glad
put
we
a
put
cap
that to
on it.
rest.
Again.
I just wondered
It
if
ain't
women
at
are so
rest.
Did we
Just
put
narcissistic
talk
it?
that they
about
would
it.
Did it
want to
put
have a
it? Did we?
baby by
Did we put it to
themselves.
rest, or just put it to
Yes.
rest in you because you just don't want to overstand it and stuff?
Oh,
That's all. Because it sounds like your mind is limited and stuff.
oh,
But if you believe in if you believe in Santa Claus and all this other stuff, I get it. I get it. I get it.
oh.
I don't believe in
I,
Santa
Well,
Claus, but
oh,
okay.
but you believe in other stuff though too. So
So do you.
no, I
You
don't. I
believe
believe
that,
in
don't you?
I
Here
believe
it
in
goes
myself.
again. This is what
I
I'm
am the
talking
God.
about. Respecting one's belief. You
Oh,
believe what you believe, and I don't call you out on your stuff unless I don't understand it. I didn't understand the word you was talking about, so I asked. I didn't even know how to spell it. So then they proceeds to
You
look
don't
it up
either.
on the Google that you directed them to look it up, and it brought up insects. So it put it to bed for me.
Okay.
Okay, so
The
I'm done. But if
read
you
is so
want to keep
precise.
believing in
It's
what you
funny
believe
that
in,
She
it's
be
by all
funny that
reading
means,
so
by all
it's
precisely.
means,
funny that
believe
loudest
what you want
person
to
in the
believe.
room is
But what
always
I
the
will not
ignorant
do
person.
is
Ooh.
have you put down my belief to put yours superior. You
I
believe
call
what you
people
believe, and I'm
ignorant
going to
just
believe what I
because
believe.
I
First of
fallen.
all, when
That's where it
people
Temper,
gets
the
me.
temper,
loudest
temper,
person is
temper,
always the
guys.
most ignorant person. We all
Oh,
know it. It's
No, that's
really crazy.
we could be passionate.
yeah, yeah.
Passionate that has nothing to do with anything. You don't have to be loud.
The
That
I'm
loud.
gonna
means you
be
don't
loud
know
for you
nothing.
so you can hear me,
Ooh.
so everyone can hear me. I'm gonna direct it to you because
Oh.
that's where I get irked. If I'm gonna bring
Why?
something up,
Why would
it's
first of
that.
all, why would you get irked by me giving
I'm getting irked because you
why?
feel like your thoughts and your opinions is superior to everyone.
And
That's the irkness.
first of all, I never said that. You're saying that, so obviously I must be.
Actually, you did.
You
Thank
No, I
you.
did not. I
You
never
said
said my knowledge.
so.
Actually,
I said I know stuff. I
you
know
did
stuff. I
say
didn't
you
say
dumbed down
superior.
to
You
rap with
did
us.
say that,
Thank
Hassan. You
you.
I
did
did.
say you
Actually, you
dumbed
I
did.
yourself
did.
Thank
down.
you.
You,
Which
you
First
means
did
of
your
say you
all,
thought
dumb it down.
is
no, never
that
mind.
means you
Hey
feel
man,
superior than the
Hassan,
panel.
Oh
Hassan, we love you,
my hell.
brother.
Not
And you
to
Stop.
know we
jump
love
Stop.
you,
on you.
Miller.
I could
It's
do
it.
this all day
I
long,
can't
baby.
go through
Listen,
my weeks
it's
without.
Ooh,
superior
you guys leave us
opinionation.
alone.
It's superior opinions. Superior opinionation is what we're now going to go and call the
There
show.
you go. That's cool.
Okay, all right. Listen, it's been spirited. Let's all kumbaya again. Let me just ask everybody,
hold hands.
what's on your chest? Hassan, what's on your chest?
Let me put my ear
Uh,
out for this one.
Hassan, what's on your
Oh,
chest?
you said me because I don't
Yes.
know if you're saying Hassan or Hassan.
No, I'm sorry. Yes, you.
Let me
Man,
put my ear
with
back
all
in.
that BS.
It's good times. It's good. That boy good.
Sexual chocolate.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. Valerie, Miss Forensic Gal, are you there?
I'm
What's on
here.
your chest,
I'm
ma'am?
here.
What's on your
Uh,
chest?
let's see, what is on my chest? I'm thinking
Ooh.
about this show, and can you guys hear that?
Oh, we love
Yes,
Anita Baker.
honey.
We
I'm
love
sorry
Anita
about
Baker
noise.
around here.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, yeah, we do. What's on my chest? Just listening to you guys and just hoping that our opinions can be heard, and we all have our own opinions. That's why we're on the show to share our opinions,
Yes, ma'am.
all right? And we can disagree, but it's still we're all allowed to have our own opinions. So that's on
True
my chest.
indeed. True indeed. Well spoken.
Yeah, let
Well
people
spoken.
disagree though. You got to be fine with people disagreeing.
That's
Yeah,
that part.
that's
That
that's
part.
That's
that's a
true.
true part.
Very true. I agree.
It's that part.
Miss Richardson, what's on your chest?
Love is on my chest. Y'all have got to understand. I'm going to say this. It's not that serious to me. I like to talk and go back and forth with people. It's entertaining. I can agree to disagree with people. I state my opinion. I stand 10 toes on my opinion. My opinion is not to change yours. It's just to say that I'm standing 10 toes on mine. That's it. I'm not never mad at no one on this show. Trust and believe me when I tell you, I have a great life outside of this phone. I am happy outside of the phone. So nothing on this phone is going to interrupt that. Y'all got to understand that, okay? I
Bong
love
bong.
y'all all dearly, even Hassan.
Even Hassan. That's like what Michael
I,
Jackson
What
said.
has,
I love
even
all my
you,
brothers,
what has
because
to be
even
included in
Jermaine.
this?
it's on my chest. He said what's on my
Yeah,
All
it's
chest.
a
right,
personal
all
pan
Can't even
right.
pizza,
tell you what's
Hassan.
on my
I
chest
got you.
without you being
I got you. I got you.
please.
Kenny, what's on your chest, my brother?
Well,
Uh oh.
Uh
Don't
oh.
say nothing
it,
about Trump.
He's gonna say
Oh.
it's
something
it's
about
Trump.
Trump. Of
It's
Go
course,
ahead.
Trump
Go
and
ahead. Go
his
it's
ahead.
Trump.
Speak your
and
mind,
his
Kenny.
inexperienced DEI candidates
Oh.
that he put in his cabinet
With the reporter on the chat.
that's literally emailing and texting the company secrets, the world secrets, to anybody.
Wow.
If you for like 10 years you've been saying we need to lock Hillary up over her emails. And so now you're text messaging reporters the game plan, then stand on yours and lock yourself up.
Oh.
Because as the president, you are responsible for all them dudes under you. So on my chest this week is why we have a dude who DEI hired. All the,
yeah, ain't no we. We ain't French.
I ain't French.
well, listen. Why this country has a guy
There you go.
that leads it who is incompetent and hired people who are unqualified and even more incompetent and might mess around and get somebody hurt. That's on my mind.
Way to get it off your chest.
Way to get it off your chest.
My man, Negus, man, listen, Negus, man, let me say something to you, brother.
I don't need a pep talk. Go ahead.
This ain't a pep talk. This is just real talk, as the kids say. I appreciate your commentary. You are one of one, my dude. You know, listen, a lot of times leaders are not popular amongst the population, I mean.
We see.
I didn't say that you're a leader, but I'm just saying a lot of times leaders are not.
Donald Trump.
Oh wow, Donald Trump. Okay, cool. Hassan, what's on your chest, bro?
Really? You know what? Connect with nature.
Yeah.
All the sun people should connect with nature, connect with the sun. Connect to your higher self. You are the fallen angels that's fallen in frequency if you don't realize it. And so just connect to yourself. It's all good. That's on my chest.
Way to get it off your chest. If I can smoke a bag of that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, man, I love my weekly congregation with some of my favorite people. It is always a good old time, ain't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, like listen here.
Yeah, it is.
And we love bringing it to you, right? So you come back again, same bat channel, same bat time.
Next week.
And we'll see you again. Bars.
Peace.
Miseducation of the relationships.
Peace.
Peace.
Deuces.